So there's also this other thing I wanted to talk about that I'm not sure we're going to have time, but this Kash Patel is also on the media tour, which I hate. And he said, this kind of stuff last night.
But more importantly, people have had questions about January 6th and whether or not there were FBI sources, not agents, sources on the ground during January 6th.
There was. I don't
and
need
I told you I would get you the definitive answer to that. And we have. And we are in the process, again, of working with our partners to divulge that information. And it is coming. And I will tell you this. The answer to that question will surprise and
why can't you just say yes? Why can't you just say the answer is yes?
Novel. Yeah.
Yeah. Like fine. He's allowed to say the answer is yes, and the documents that prove this are coming. Why, it's so crazy.
Because of what past FBI leaders have said about it.
Former FBI Director Chris Wray eventually admitted to Congress there were 26 FBI confidential human sources in and around the Capitol January 6th, but not actual agents. Can you say that's true? Are there more than that?
He's not going to say it. I already know he's not going to.
I can say that is definitely a piece of the truth.
Yeah.
Why it took a ton of time for and questioning in Congress for the director to get that point is what I'm trying to eliminate from the FBI. If Congress asks you,
he's also on video, talking about he confirms that the Epstein files will be released. Information will not be withheld. What are they? Why can't you tell me what's in them?
They treat the whole FBI stuff has been treated like a new movie release lately, or like a new video game, and it's impressing less than Doom. It's just like we've got binders, guys. We're working with influencers on binders. Stay tuned. Hit like and subscribe.
Right, hit like and subscribe. Watch the video all the way at the end. There's a twist. You won't. He literally said that. He said that you'll be shocked.
Yes, it is.
Yeah, and then they have this.
Why tease this for 100,000 years? Either there is something or there isn't.
Well, then he said this too.
There are. The Epstein thing, you dealt with Maria, you said.
Oh, wait. I thought he also talked about the Butler files. He's like, those are coming too. It's like, don't go on Fox News and say they're coming. Just release them.
That he's going to tell the public everything. Like he said something like, you'll know everything we know about what happened at Butler. And be like, okay, so when are you doing this?
That is that's one of the most infuriating. Like, and then we talked about this, I think, yesterday a little bit, like with Dan. Look, Dan sat up there and told his viewers that there's something fishy going on with what happened at Butler. He stated that as a fact and as a former Secret Service agent. He is now he's not a head of the Secret Service, okay? But not a single police officer who was on guard duty that day has been fired. Not a single Secret Service officer from that day has been fired. In fact, one of them has been promoted. Why aren't you just do something? Something. Stop going on Fox News and saying it's coming. Like, I will happily eat a literal crow if he actually releases anything of substance. But I just believe there is a less than 0% chance of that ever happening.
No, they're working on it, Jeremy. It's coming.
It's on Pam Bondi's Pam Bondi's desk.
Yeah. They're sending the binders out now.
Yeah.
I don't want to become cynical. Like, you want to believe this stuff will happen, but actually for some reason every time they do their media tours it gets worse and worse.
Yeah, they just they're doing the second media tour because they got crushed. From their last hostage basically video. But I just I cannot redeem it. I just can't. You fired nobody. Not one agent. Not one has been suspended.
This is just all turned bad. It's awful whenever you have a bunch of hype for something like, oh, Kash Patel, yes, give him a spot. And then he gets it and it's just so disappointing. It would have been, this is worse than if he didn't even get it. At least that's just totally letting us down.
Yeah, it is worse. It is worse. I think, than him not.
Because there was
getting
so much hype.
confirmed.
Yeah, there's so much hype when he was confirmed, and it's like, for what?
And by the way, don't ask me to feel bad for him, because not you guys, but like, you did this, Kash. You said, I'm going to turn the Hoover building into a museum. What does that mean? That means you're going to shut it down, not move to another building. Like, that's what you meant.
Or arguably give the government something else to fund if it's a federally funded museum.
Yeah, and by the way, he also said, you know, I'm going to release the files on day one. And nobody forced them to say this. They said it. And then they did not redeem it. They did not, like, it's all so tiresome. It's all so tiresome.
Like, it's kind of crazy because we're on like day 3 or 4 of like reaction to interview where you're like, but you're still telling us nothing. And they're still
and they keep doing more of them.
Just like, don't come to the media until you have something specific to say, you know? And hopefully you do soon. But saying, oh, it's coming is not, it's not helping your case.